Hold on a second, let me just see if that's worked. Yes, it has. So, welcome everyone into the stream. Yes, it has. So, welcome. Yeah, welcome everyone. Today. Oh! We're in Austria. And just as I was saying that, there is rain. Oh, wow. That is incredibly interesting. This is going to be very, very fun. So, yes, let's go then for wet qualifying. Oh, yes, yes, yes. This is going to be an incredibly interesting way to start everything, really. Only today it's only just me, as my usual co-commentator is actually doing silver over in on Twitch, so just go and check that out. It's the same name, DRL Racing League, I think. So if you want to go and check that out, that would be good. But make sure also to come back to my stream. So conditions are looking like people are struggling. It's a little bit loud. Let me just edit that. No one on their lap yet, but it is a little bit loud. It is a little bit loud. Park Ferme off. Oh. So, apparently Maldonado has just said that Park Ferme is off, which is very interesting. I think the owner's made a little, not the owner, sorry, the person who made the lobbies made a little mistake there. Who's on a lap then? Let's have a look-see. We've got James Biscuit invalidated this in next lap, unfortunately. Hughes Connor is on a lap. We had a Ferrari spin, actually. No, that's a Williams. Who is that? Is that Malden? No, I'm not sure. Is it Boss? It was Boss indeed, who was spun. We have not. Hughes Connor has invalidated. Bazal Brush is on a lap and has set the purple sector 1, which has been taken away by the Alpha Tauri driver of some sort. I'm not sure who, but let's go back on board with Bazal Brush then, who is coming down into turn 4. So he's not looking too bad so far for his lap. He's going through 5 and now is heading into 6. Done well not to go too wide through there, and he's going to come. Oh, it looks close for track limits there, but he's not done too badly. He's made his way coming into turn 9. He's taking a lot of curb there. Got to make sure not to spin. We've got something happening. I think that's just someone getting out of the way on the final straight. Oh, he's had a little bit of a moment, but Bizarre Brush is going to come across the line to set a 1:12.3. Who is that on a lap? Is that Hack and Vici? It wasn't. It was the Bunny to finish his lap. We have a Williams. It's Akbolito, not a Williams, or Akbolito goes P1 for the time being with a 12.1. Just to remind you, it is only quali 1, so that should be fine. As Snell goes slowly. It's Maldonado off then is the next person I'm going to go on board with. He's going to come through these final 2 corners in the Alpine car. Quite a nice car, this one. Hasn't gone too wide. He's done well to make sure not to get this down next lap invalidation or an invalidation in general. He is going to go P4 for the time being. So Rubos is at the moment last, but 6/10 up on his previous sector time. Just Sir Fox goes P3 with a 12.8. So let's go back on board with Boss then, who was 6/10 up, coming through now 5, and he got pretty good on the apex there, but unfortunately does invalidate 6/10 up, 6.5 up even. As Snell then, Bazal Brush with 11.8 goes P1 for the time being. That'll be enough. Snell with a lock up there, not good. He's gone a bit wide. That's going to cost him time. So will the lock up. got a little bit tetchy there, did the Ferrari driver, and is coming through turn 5 now, and he's going to head up to the sector line. It's not a great lap, but it should be enough to get him through. But with that mistake, I think he should just back off and try and go again, because that is going to cost him at least another couple of turns on top of the lockup and everything else that's happened in this lap. But it'll be interesting to see what the benchmark is for us now. He is going to go at the moment P7. So 2 Ferraris, P6 and P7. Stretch Artiste is on a lap in the Alfa Romeo. Comes through 9. Oh, very touchy there with the car, and is not going to invalidate. So nice through there, and is going to go P5 for the time being, as Hack is definitely on another lap. Maybe not. He's lifted off. He's taking it cautiously. I think, is that an AlphaTauri? What's happened there? It's just Marty going a little bit slowly. So it's Pyro then. Has done a purple sector 2. Is going to do this. Could there be a little bit of traffic for it? Pyro's Veneges has I wouldn't say blocked him, but he sort of got in his way a little bit, but he's not. But Pyro did just go off the track there, but it'd be interesting to see whether that one gets reported or not. But that would have put, that lap would have put him pole position, well not pole position, but P1, and that would have put him safely through as he invalidates at turn 1 does the Haas driver. So who is it next to begin? I'll say FM Cobras then is coming through what they do call turn 2, but what is actually not really a turn for these F1 cars. Taking turn 3 here, that looks very clean. Not too bad for the Aston Martin driver. That could even be James. Snell has actually gone P5 with Hughes Connor in P2 now. I think he literally, no, he hasn't just set that lap, but someone's gone up. But I'm not sure. Oh! There's a Haas in the wall. Is that, it's Pyro? Yes, it is, it's Pyro. Oh, that's interesting. But we need to go back on board with FM Cobras, who did set a purple sector 2, but that could have been taken away by Fenechess. Who is going to go faster of the two then? As they're all just going to stay on one set of inters. Who's going to go faster of the two? Oh, I see in a moment there. And invalidate. So going to go on board with Fenechess then, who is going P7 and stays P7. And is Pyro then, is obviously going to nip into the pit lane without damage, as James locks up through turn 4. This is not James Biscuit, this is just James. So, turning in to turn 5, he's had a little bit of an iffy moment and an iffy exit there of that corner. This one's a tough one for traction, and it's only a wet quali, I do believe. I don't know if it's a wet race, but I'm not too sure. It'll be interesting if it's a wet race though. That'll be quite good. As James Biscuit actually goes P1 now with a 1:11.8, and James goes P first with a 1:11.591 as Bazal Brush. All James Biscuits crashed. That sounded that was a little bit sudden, but James Biscuits crashed at the exit of turn 1, so he's out of qualifying 1 then. After setting the second best time, he's just binned it right on the racing line, and Newlutz has pretty much almost done the same. So unlucky for James there, but that is what happens when you take, well, I don't know if it was his fault intendedly, but I think Marty's got, yeah, Marty's had a little bit of an off. He's got severe front wing damage. Who's that? Riri Boss has had a spin at the exact same place, but not the exact same way as James Biscuit. So turn 1 then is looking a little bit treacherous for every single driver. Could it be time for wets, or could it even be time could it be time for wets, or are some of these guys going to have to fit a new set of inter tyre just to see themselves through? Who's on a lap then? Newlutz had a disrupted lap, so I'll be surprised if he's carried it on. He's probably limbering out to go again. Actually, no he isn't. He's going to dive into the pits. It's Maldonado off who is a tenth and a little bit up on their time as that's purple sector 1, as the track then does seem to be improving with the track evolution. He's coming down into turn 4 then, is the Alpine driver, and he's not done that bad. Maldonado then is going to come through turn 5, and he's not going to get too bad of exit. He's pretty much 3 tenths up on his time. He's not done too badly with the touchy traction there. That is always a touchy traction corner. Maldonado off. He comes through turn 10 now, and where is this lap? So I'm going to put him. Here he goes, P9 for the time being. So the people in the drop zone so far are, it's Cobra, it's Pyro, who is actually on a lap now, and it's purple sector 1. FM Cobra and Kaizachi are in the drop zone, but James Biscuit is out of quali. Hack is 8 tenths up. He's going to come the final corner and is going to go P2. So good lap from the Merc driver, as that is Brian B into a car. Oh, Rubos got a bit touchy there. Oh, and who was that? I'm not sure. It could be Cobra. Yeah, I think it was. It was Cobra, but it's Pyro. Then I think is going to stick it for P1, unless the track isn't improving. But I think it is. He looks pretty much quickest to come through that final corner that I've seen, and I think he's going to go P1. Yep, by 4 tenths of a second. Well, to be precise, 4.453 tenths of a second. So yes, interesting for these people. The bunny then is in P14 at risk of being out of quali, and he's actually invalidated at turn 1. Marty needs to get a lap in, because at the moment as it stands they're out of quali, so they need to just get an okay lap in, better than a 12.5, and get into the at least top 10, as Akbelito is going again. In fact, Marty Nulat is on an out lap. Kaizachi is only going to go for 1 lap, I think. And that is Hack. Crashed at T1, which is what we've seen James Biscuit do. And now that means he's out of qualifying. So Hack, who put it in P2, has spun. And thank you. I guess Snell's giving me a good view of that. I mean, thanks. And it won't let me go back. Wow. Thank you for the good view, Snell. As Hack now disappears. So, yeah, he's really put it in the wall there. He's got to stretch artiste off. He's just not cutting some grasses. There's no grass there in the game. Zach Belito goes B2. Yeah, and a stretch artiste has got no front wing and is off. So he's made contact with something. But James Biscuit and Hack have crashed at the same place, pretty much identically, and they're out of quali, which means Nulat, Kaizachi, and Brian just need to get a time on the board to be through. So interesting qualifying one here. We've had 2 crashes at turn 1, so it's gonna be interesting for Q2. Obviously it's going to be into, so if it is a dry race, everyone's going to have a free choice of tyre, and I think most of them will be starting on the mediums, depending whether it will rain again, as Hughes Connor does well to get out of Nulat's way. So yep, he is rounding turn 5, I guess, maybe, into turn 6. Oh, that was close, and turn 7. And apparently that's purple sector, but I don't think it is, as it lasted for about 2 seconds, but he's got his on an lap, so I don't think he's got the purple sector either. So, Nulat comes through turn 9, and goes back into the pit lane. he needs to get a lap on board, otherwise he's out. And Kaizachi now comes out on an out on a sorry, on an out lap. As we've got 2 drivers out, so and these 4 will all still be out. So we only have 13 drivers at the moment in quali 2 even. So like to see a few more, but oh well. What can we say? Huge corners on a lap then, and his 0.74 of a second up on his time. Stuff that nose. Oh, and he's had a little bit of a loss of traction moment there as he comes through at turn 5 into turn 6. I promise you the race will be more intense than this as he does set a purple sector. As Lightning then joins the Red Bull and is probably going to have to come out immediately as Nulat does retire as he doesn't want to get a lap on board, interestingly. Hughes Connor goes P2 with a 1:11.415. Joseph Fox invalidated. Cobra is 2 tenths up on his first sector time. Sorry, I'm having a drink right now. Right then. Oh, and there's something there. Who is that? Is that Williams? Who's reset? No, I think there was a reset there though. Boss, I think, had reset there after being off, but I'm not going to say anything. Oh, has Kai got this next lap invalidation from that? No, he has not. We did invalidate, so this time he's just got to remain cautious. Brian B's got to get this lap time. He's not going to have another chance. D Bunny's got to get this lap time, or he will not have another chance. So, and Boss is at the moment at risk of being knocked out. As D Bunny actually had a moment there. So, he's got to be cautious of getting knocked out as Venajes goes P2 with an 11.3. I think these ones who come out late are going to have the better advantage with the track being more rubbered, but it could have got wetter. I'm really not sure, as it does look more treacherous. It's not time for wets, obviously, as people are struggling on the inner tyre, but I'm really not sure what is happening. It's D-Bunny then, he's got to make sure not to invalidate, and here he comes. So let's go on board with the next person who's at risk. Kai Zachi's going to finish his lap time after D-Bunny, and Brian B is also at risk, and that is Boss retiring from the session, and he's actually crashed, which means, is that Maldonado? No, that's not Maldonado. Who is that then? I need to go on board with Bazalbrush then to get me a good view of that crash. So yeah, he's literally just gone into the wall, and it is that Kaizachi cannot get out of Q1. Lightning is on a lap, and he's just made it. So good for the Red Bull driver, but he's got to get this lap time, otherwise he will be out. And Kaizachi is out, Brian B is out, Riri Boss is out, Hack is out, James Biscuit is out, Nulat, I can't blimmin' say it. Nulat is out, I think. I think that's how you say it, is what I meant. And Lightning then has done a 49.6. Oh! Almost spun. Did Lightning. Chucks it in. I don't think this is enough to get him through, but it could be, as long as he doesn't invalidate. I think Lightning is through. And yes, will be your answer. Pushing Hack out. Stretch Artiste is not out, I don't think. But that just shows the pace. The entire grid is only split up by a second, which is absolutely crazy. It just shows the quality of this league. But there we have it. Q1 over. So the drivers out of the session are James Biscuit, who crashed, Hack, who crashed, Joseph Fox, who I think didn't just set a good enough time, Boss crashed, Kai didn't set a good enough time, Nulak didn't set a time, and Brian B did not set a time. So there we have it then. We will be moving on to qualifying 2. So yeah, let's have a look, and it is interesting. Bum, bum, bum. So then let's move on to tier 2. Oh, it looks drier, but that could just be an inaccurate representation of what it's actually like on track. I don't really know what to do whilst there's no drivers out, but there comes the first person. It is Cobra. We've got a Ferrari of Snell, I think. Yeah. Merc of the Bunny. So it obviously enters. Cobra is the first person to begin an out lap. So obviously it enters. Don't know if it'll make it to wet in the qualifying session, but I think it's just going to be enters throughout the entire thing. As it's Pyro actually went off the road there to let the bunny through. So it is Cobra 2, obviously. Get out first. As we've got a few people sitting in the garage. So hopefully we get some interesting stuff happening. As obviously this man right here will be the first person to start his lap. As CPI Snell is warming up. He probably doesn't want to get in the way of its Pyro, but he does go now. As Pyro lifts off a little bit, as he then backs himself up into Acabolito. And there is actually traffic between an Alpha Tauri and a Mercedes. So D-Bunny is right behind. Oh, and there's actually been a crash at turn 1, and that is Cobra out. Oh, and he's literally binned it and had a little bounce off the wall. He's done what James and Hack did before. Incredibly interesting. That's 3 crashes we've seen at one corner. Yeah, if it is like that, it would be so. If it is like this in the race, it'd be so interesting to see how many crashes we do get at that corner. A huge corner is there. I haven't enabled anything. It is what it is. Lap data. There we go. Ack has not done a purple sector. Oh, he's at a moment. He's obviously going to finish the lap here. Is the McLaren driver, and Tony's probably going to stick it. Pyro, should I say? He's probably going to go first with an 11.2. Ack goes P2, but CPO Snell actually backed off after having that little. Oh, Marty! Oh, Marty into the wall at turn. Oh, it can't come on the back track yet. No, go into the pit. Oh. What? Okay. I get that, but you could literally drive backwards into the pit. I'm not saying you should, but good. It was quite a huge crash. I thought instantly that a tyre had come off the front, but it hadn't. He's lucky boy. As Venetius has actually stuck on the soft. I don't think you're going to come out on the soft. As James invalidated. Then, if he comes out on the soft, that would be very, very surprising. As to Williams. No, I said it with a pinch of salt. So it's a Red Bull. And Aston Martin. Oh, Maldonado has had a spin, but managed to keep it out of the wall. Well done to the Alpine driver. Doesn't want to get in the way of wow, Marty's got no front wing, so it doesn't really matter. He goes to the right to peel into the pits, and he does so nicely. Ow. A stretch artist. He's where is he? Peeling into the pits. Might have a little bit of front wing damage, looked like it. James then is rounding turn 9, headed into turn 10. And he's gonna go P3 behind Hughes Connor, and it's Pyro. Venetjes is on an outlap on the Inter. Marty's got to go again, but he's on a he's had no front wing lap. Maldonado's had a spinner. Oh, and he's almost had another spinner at the exit off turn 4. It would be interesting to see whether he does spin again at the same corner. He's probably going to gain a hell of a lot of time. I don't think he's going to spin. His Bizarre Brush has crashed at the final corner. Oh my! The both Aston Martins then are out of the session. Oh, he's crashed right at the apex. How's he managed that? Has he tried to go into the pit lane, had understeer, completely misjudged it, and gone straight into the wall? Unbelievable. That is crazy. Venetjes has a shocking turn 3 and goes straight on pretty much, but has to cut the road. Well, not cut the road, but go over the runoff, as everyone is just struggling for grip and for traction. But look, it does look a little bit like it's getting a little bit lighter, but it doesn't really mean much, as Ak is going around this little corner where we saw Maldonado spin. This is weirdly where Bizarre Brush just puts it in a wall, and Akbolito then is going to cross the line to go P5 for the time being, as Venetjes did invalidate, and he is going to be going again on his lap. Oh, and that is this and next lap invalidation for Venetjes, as the bunny begins another lap. So the two Aston Martins then. Oh, Marty, I thought he crashed. But the two Aston Martins have crashed out. So have James Biscuit. So has Hack Mvici, or however you say it. Sorry if I butchered that. So D-Bunny's teammate did crash out in qualifying 1. D-Bunny is coming through turn 4. He looked quite quick in Spain. We didn't really... I'm not sure if he raced in Belgium, but he looked pretty quick in Spain. So it'll be interesting to see how he does around this short circuit. 8 tenths up on his previous time, but his previous time was not great. It should be enough to get him out of Q2, but I will not that will not be guaranteed. Here he comes. Does the bunny around in the final corner? Don't go too wide. He's not in a great final corner, and this lap is going to put him P8 and stays P8. So not a great lap. He has got to improve on that again. But he's got to make sure not to over attack this corner, but he's taking that pretty well. As for Venetjes then, does begin another lap, and he's got to get this lap nailed. Oh, and he's invalidated, unfortunately, as Marty goes for another lap. 2 and a bit, 6 tenths up on his previous time. As there's a Red Bull off in front of him, that is James, but that doesn't really matter, as Marty then is coming around the final corner and is not the final corner. This is the final corner. Is he going to go too wide? He is not, and he's going to set a lap time of a 1:11.6, which puts him P4. Vinicius obviously invalidated at turn 1. Stretch artiste, and that is James into the box. So interesting Q2. Marty struggling for traction, but is a little bit up on his time. Coming into turn 3, a snap of oversteer, and has to put his input the opposite way. So very, very interesting. That could cost the AlphaTauri driver some time. I think it's worth backing off here, but I mean, he's not fully through with his lap time of an 11.6, but I think he better be confident. Yeah, he's just through. He's three and a bit cents down. I think he's best off if he just sticks. As Snell then limbering up for a lap, Marty goes into the pits as Snell starts his lap. And Marty obviously doing well not to get into the way. The stretch artiste is not going again, so he's going to knock into the pit lane as Vinicius hasn't invalidated yet. And, well, not yet, hasn't invalidated as he comes through this corner, and he does invalidate now. That's what I mean when I say yeah. You've got to try and get a lap on board where you do not invalidate, as, ooh, lightning almost went out of the track breaches there. Snell, very, very, a little bit aggressive with the higher gears, just making sure he has that better traction. Comes through turn 4, locking up a little bit. Not as bad as when we went on board with him in quali 1. As he does set a purpose set to 2 just now. He's looking pretty quick. He's 3 tenths up, and it is going to come through turn 9 then. Is he going to go first in Q2? No, he's not, as he invalidates at the exit of turn 9. But where would this lap have put CPI Snell, sorry, as that is James retiring the pit. Who's on a lap then? Is that Lightning on a lap? That is Lightning on a lap, and he's going to come through turn 9. A stretch artiste goes P2. He's going to come through turn 9 into turn 7 and invalidates and gets this and next lap invalidation, unfortunately for the Red Bull driver. So he needs to get a lap time on board as Vinicius comes out for another lap. Snell has to go for this lap. Up in the first sector. Sorry about that, my mic did disconnect as the bunny has crashed at turn 1. He's done a James Biscuit. That's the 3rd one there that's crashed at that corner. Whereabouts has he put it? Has he done the exact same as what a few of his buddies did? Has he put it on the left side, or? Oh no, he's crashed there. He's crashed so late. And he's just got on the power, and I think I spinned it. That is interesting. As that was Snell sticking at P4, 4 tenths up on his previous lap time. And that is Akbelito, who is probably comfortably through, as Vinicius and Lightning have to get these laps nailed, because if they don't, it'll be questionable whether they have enough time to get around. Oh, they probably will, but if they spin and crash like we've seen 5 drivers do in this qualifying session at turn 1, well, that could just pose a threat to everyone's qualifying in general. So here comes Lightning, and is going to take turn 1 as any other driver would, and that is Marty slowed down. He's on a outlap. Depends if he gets through. There's yellow flags, and that is CPI Snell going a little bit slowly, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's probably going to go again. But it's mostly important that these two, Fenicius and Lightning, they have to get their laps on board. They will have enough time to obviously go again, as that's an Alpha Tauri of Marty going slowly, getting out of his way, getting out of the way of his teammate Hughes Connor. Venetius needs to get out of Venetius needs to get this lap on board, and it needs to be greater than anything really. It just needs to get a lap on board. It doesn't have to be great, literally that gets him out, but this is important. I think Lightning's through, so everyone now is through out of qualifying 2. If he gets a good lap on board, and he does, oh no! Lightning's gonna go again! It'll be interesting. Does he have low fuel? Yes, he does, and Lightning is into the wall, and has done exactly what James Biscuit, Hack, Bazaar Brush, D-Bunny, and FM Cobra have done, and bit it at turn 1. So he's out of qualifying, and will be starting in position 11. Bazaar Brush P10, D-Bunny P12, and FM Cobra P13. What an interesting qualifying session. 6 crashes now we've seen at turn 1. Unbelievable, Jeff. As then it's going to set a lap time which is greater. I mean, he goes P2, so good lap from him. He's Connor is on not on a lap. Marty is not on a lap. And that is qualifying 2 over, and heading into qualifying 3 with only 9 left in the session. So the people out then are Bazaar Brush, Lightning, D-Bunny, and FM Cobra, who all crashed. So there we are then. Very, very interesting. So there we go. Heading on to Q2, but there's some people who did take 2 sets of intertire. Oh, glad you're... So then, let's get into the final qualifying session. Is it dry? There's no rain on my screen. Is it dry? Or is it drier? Yeah, that doesn't look to be any rain. Snell is the actually is on soft. So its pirate is on an out lap. He will be the first person to start a lap. Yeah, everyone's on inside, but it does look like it's drier. But I do not know. Venetius is on a lap and has gone wide at turn 3 and has a big snapper oversteer. Wouldn't be surprised, and he has backed out of the lap. So James then is on a lap in Q3. This is going to be the most interesting qualifying session there is so far. And here we go then. So I'm going to get standing up. I'm going to get the energy. I'm going to bring the energy for this class qualifying session. And it does look to be getting drier. So could we see a few soft runners at the end? It looks to be getting drier. Looks there could be a dry line forming, and I'm really not sure how much spray is coming off the tyres. Not much. Hughes Connor does set a purple set to 2, so very interesting. And is he going to set it on provisional pole? It's Pyro goes provisional pole with a 1:11. James, is he going to go quicker? He's invalidated. It's going to go on board with Hughes Connor. Is he going to invalidate? He's taking it very cautiously through the final corner. Where is he going to stick it? He goes P2, 2 and a bit tenths behind, as Snell takes the marker boards, as Stretch Artiste then is there, as Venetius invalidates. James is going to go again. Obviously he did invalidate. Stretch Artiste has backed off. So here is your top 3 so far, and Ack is a second off the pace. He's really got to step up to the mark here. He's very slow. He's got to step up. I mean, not saying I would do any better, because the pace of this tier is absolutely amazing. And Snell is really struggling with the tyres, and it's soft. It's soft. I think it really is soft. Could it be soft tyre? James is struggling. James has almost gone round. He's done well to catch the car. I think we're going to see people pitting and going onto the soft tyre. Is Snell going to be the first? Maldonado, is he going to be the first? Everyone is coming into the pits. They know they can go quicker. Hughes Connor is coming into the pits. It is dry conditions here, I think. In, and there we go. And Hughes Connor spun in the pit lane as Maldonado has gone. No, has he gone out? No. I'll be back in a second. I have to go somewhere. So then, here we are. Snell is the first person on the soft tyre, and everyone is fitting it. But is it the right choice? It's going to be so interesting to see whether these tyres are the right choice to pick or not. It is going to be such an interesting And Snell does look to be struggling though. I'm not sure. Marty on Inter, and he's struggling as well. This is such a tough tyre choice. I'm not sure which one's quicker, but Marty goes P3. Everyone has chosen the soft tyre, apart from Venetius, who's coming to the pits and is now going to pick it. But CPI Snell is going to be the first person to start his lap on the soft tyre. The first dry lap is going to begin, but he is going to be the first person. I'm probably going to have the weakest lap time of all. And he goes over the curb. Oh, it's struggling, but it is time, I do think that it is time for the soft tyre. Well, I'm not sure. As Snell's gone purple. I think the top two are waiting right till the end of the session. And Snell then is probably going to stick it on provisional pole. But he's going to have to come back into the... Oh, big lockup for the Ferrari driver, the lone Ferrari driver here in Q3. As... Oh, it's going to be a spicy end to this qualifying session, as it is dry now. And Snell is about a second up on, I think, what Pyro has done here. I'm really not sure. It is soft conditions. There's less rain, but it does look bad as Snell goes into the pit lane. As James then is actually going to be the first person to set a dry lap time, and he goes quicker than what Snell did. But there is an incident, and it's Stretch Artiste facing round the wrong way. But we've got to go back on board with James. He's going to be the first person to set a dry lap, or is he? He is not. He comes into the pits. Who is that on soft tyres? It's Ack on soft tyres. He's a second up on his previous lap time. Ack is doing so well here. Foley is going to be starting from the back of the grid, but hasn't got a seat. So, Lightning's going to have to leave in order for Foley to have his actual seat. So, Maldonado, Akbolito sets a purple sector 2. He's taken an awfully long time to come around that corner, but I think this man is going to stick it on provisional pole for the time being. It's Pyro. It's probably going to go quicker later because they will be at the end of the session. But Akbolito is going to have provisional pole position in the McLaren with a 1:07.8. 4.5 seconds up on his previous time. Now everyone is on the soft tyre. And Maldonado off is going to start his lap time. And Marty and Hughes Connor, they are early to come out here, and they're not going to have the driest track. Whereas the ones who come out at the 1 minute, at the 1 minute 50 mark, or the 2 minute mark even, are going to have the drier tyres. The Stretch Artiste is coming through turn 5. Is going to head into turn 6. Is he going to be purple? Yes, he is 7 seconds up on his previous time. Foley's leave the session. Stretch Artiste is going to go into the pit lane then to put on a fresh set of softs, and is going to hook it right at the end of the session, and he's going to have to be out there ASAP as soon as he gets out of the pits, as Venetius then starts his lap time on the softs. And if he hasn't put enough fuel in, this could be his one and only lap time. So he's got to make sure not to invalidate, got to make sure to get the best lap possible, and he does go with purple sector 1 for Venetius, and he doesn't run wide. Maldonado off goes quicker than Akbolito by an entire second. That is what you call track evolution, my friends. But Akbolito is going to be back out. It's Pyro's on an out lap. It's Pyro is going very slowly. It's not going to get in the way of anyone on a lap, I don't think, unless Maldonado gets troubled by it. But no, he doesn't. Your man on provisional pole position has actually gone quicker. As who is it on a lap then? It's Ven at Jess. It's done a 45.8 through the second sector. Here he comes through the final 2 corners. He's going to have the driest track. It's Pyro's crashed and is going to be denied provisional pole position. Oh my! As Venetius goes P1 with a 1:06.3 on a dry track, but is Hughes Connor going to go any faster? He's 3 seconds up. One interesting end to this qualifying session. It's Pyro. He's not going to get pole position, But is Hughes Connor going to take pole position away from Venezquez with a 1:06? Will he go quicker? Your answer will be yes. He is going to set a 1:059. Wow, this is such an interesting end. But that was, who was that going round? Someone went round there, but I'm not sure. And Snell then is going to have one more shot. So is James. So is Stretch Artiste. So is Marty. So is Ack. So Venezquez is on another lap and could be improving. I don't know by how much. He's 3/10 up. Oh, he's got a little bit tetchy. Is he going to get held up by Marty? No, he's not. Is Venezquez going to stick it on provisional pole position here? And that will be his final shot, I think. At a lap. No, he's probably got enough fuel to go one more, but he is going to stick it on provisional pole position by 0.5 of a second. Well, not exactly. Hughes Connor's gone even quicker with 0.5 of a second up on his previous Sector 2 time. These ones right at the end of the session. But is he going to make another lap here? Hughes Connor is really going to have to chuck it in if he does want to get another lap. He's not going to have enough fuel to get another lap. This will be his final shot. He goes provisional pole position with a 1:051, and that will be his final lap. Maldonado can only stick it P3. Acapelito, I don't know if he can improve anymore. Snell. James then, this is going to be his final shot. Where is James going to stick it? And is he going to stick it quicker than Hughes Connor? He goes P2 by 2 thousandths of a second. Oh my golly gosh. As oh my gosh, as Stretch Artiste, can he stick it on pole position? Stretch Artiste comes from turn 9, heading into turn 10. Is he going to go quicker than Hughes Connor and take pole position away from him? No, he's not. He goes P3. He's not even that far off a lap either. As Venezquez takes pole position, unless Marty can do something about it. Is Acker going to do something about it? Is he? He takes pole position! Does the McLaren driver? What a lap! He took it right at the end there, right at the dying embers, probably about a second after, before the time ended. What a lap from the McLaren driver. Not much separating anyone on the grid. It's about 0.4 down to P6. What a qualifying session this has been. And it would have been even closer if it's Pyro and Marty could have got a decent lap in. But wow, what an end to qualifying that has been. But your pole position man is Ack with Venezquez in P2, Hughes Connor P3, James P4, Stretch Artiste P5, Snell P6, Maldonado off P7, it's Pyro P8, and Marty takes P9. What an end to qualifying there. Wow. So then, your top 9 is Ack, Venezquez, Hughes Connor, James, Stretch Artiste, Snell, Maldonado, It's Pirate, and Marty. So off we go for a race now, and this is it. Oh, it's dry, and everyone's gonna have a free choice. Do I have race director? Yes, I do. So Ack soft, then medium, Hughes Connor soft, James medium, Stretch Artiste soft, Snell medium, Maldonado medium, Pyro soft, Marty soft, Bazal Brush soft, Lightning mediums, D-Bunny soft, FM Cobras medium, James Biscuit soft. Actually, you know what? I'll just update you on the formation lap because people keep chopping and changing their strategies. So, this is going to be fun for the race. So it's a formation lap beginning then. And now we can see everyone's tyre choice. Not everyone's gone for the same strategy that I read out at the beginning. So it's mediums for the top 7. It's soft for Pyro and Marty. It's mediums for Bazal Brush, Lightning. D Bunny is on soft, Cobra mediums, James soft, Hack mediums, Zerfox mediums, Riri Boss soft, Kai soft, Nulat medium, and Brian B medium. So, I mean, such an interesting race start that this is going to be. I wonder what's going to happen then. So, Akbelito is going to be leading, but there's a gap between a few cars as Snell is trying to back up the pack. I'm not sure what's happening. Will Ak get a good race start? Will there be a crash at turn 1? I think there is guaranteed to be a crash at turn 1. Right then, here we are then, for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. There is going to be lights out, and it's going to be very, very soon. Here we go. Going to stand up, Ryan Abid says, spams the French flag. But here we go then. Ak is getting ready. He's going to start revving the engine very soon, up into the first gear. It's almost there. It's lights out and away we go for the race start of the Austrian Grand Prix as Ak gets a good start. Veneges gets a horrible start and he's actually almost made contact. There we go. Veneges goes wide at turn 1. What is that? That is almost like 10 wide at the back of the field. Ak still leads with Veneges side by side with Hughes Connor, and there is multiple battles going on. Ferrari of Snell side by side with another Red Bull driver, and I'm not sure as there's multiple ghosts happening. That was like 3 wide into that corner. Now it was 4 wide there, but Maldonado has had an okay start. But here is everything as here comes Lightning on Marty, and is he going to go for a move down the inside into turn 4? Yes, he is. It was almost 3 wide there as there goes Bazal Brush down into P12. Zerfox gets past Riri Boss, and it's so close. In every space I do go as Bazal Brush is right on the back of D Bunny. D Bunny's right on the back of Marty. Marty's right on the back of Lightning, and so on and so forth as there goes Maldonado off, and Maldonado off goes off, and no pun intended, is now side by side with Marty into turn 9. One of them's going to have to back out here. Who is it going to be? There's loads of things happening. Bazal Brush tries to go past the Bunny as James Biscuit looks for a move on the inside of Riri Boss, but could there be a move? He's got the better exit. He is going to try and overtake Riri Boss on the straight, but they might be side by side into turn 1 depending on how late everyone breaks. He does try to cut him off, and there's nothing he can do. He tries to give him the room. He does give him the room. Hack is side by side with Brian, and James Biscuit is under pressure from Riri Boss, and is there going to be a move down the inside into turn 3? James Biscuit goes defensive, and they're side by side with D Bunny as it's Pyro's off the track and down. He's down loads of positions, and it's going to be just in front of James Biscuit and Riri Boss's battle. But there goes Brian B, and he's going to go round the outside of Riri Boss, coming into turn 4. And what's happened? It's Pyro to the back of the grid. I don't know what's happened. Has he got an issue or something? No! Bazal Brush just literally tries to I don't know what's happening. He just had loads of lag there. A Stretch Artiste and James, and now gets passed by Veneges. Why? He's getting absolutely overwhelmed there. Snell has had a massive offing, and Veneges and Snell, both of them go off, and that is unbelievable. And it's all kicking off as Hack is out of the race. What on earth is happening? Hack is out of the race and has made contact. Veneges is down into P14, and there's a virtual safety car, which I think could turn into a full safety car. Oh my, that is an interesting race start here in Austria, no time to breathe even there. As FM Cobra still leads this race, as its Pyro has had an unfortunately bad start. But Zalbrush is not in last. I mean, he's P8, but it says he's last, which is confusing. He's not last. Hughes Connor has got a 2.1 second gap to Ack, who's had a great restart. Stretch Artiste is right on the back of Snell. I think Snell and Ven had a little bit of contact, and did Ven go? Some front wings were lost. I think Ven's got no front wing, and he made contact with Snell, but I think Snell has also got a little bit of front wing damage, so I wouldn't be surprised to see either or both of them even go into the pits. But Venages is going into the pits. He's got severe front wing damage, and there we do go. There goes everyone. As who is that? Is that Maldonado looking for a move on Stretch Artiste? And Venages obviously into the pits. He's lost a few positions. As Stretch Artiste and Maldonado make contact. That allows Marty is now side by side. Oh my gosh, it's almost 3 wide. Oh, whoa. What happened there? As D Bunny is now up. Oh, as someone sends it. There was a lot of lag there. But Zalbrush is lagging all over the shop. As Marty and Stretch Artiste are banging wheels, they're now side by side. I've got a rubbish camera angle. Come on, EA. What is that? Coming into turn 4, there goes Stretch Artiste. Round made contact with Marty. Maldonado up into P6. D Bunny up into P7. But Zalbrush up into P9. And is actually being overtaken by Zerfox, who is side by side with the Aston Martin driver. Brian goes round now as he made contact with Bazalbrush. Everyone's going round. Bazalbrush was into the grass. Nulat is up into P10. D Bunny is right in the back of Maldonado off, and I think that could have been a warning, but he's not going to be stupid. He's not going to go for a move there. Of all places, James, no way, man. James Biscuit is round. I think he made contact with Zerfox there as Cobra is up, and there was something happening. Someone was right in the back of someone there, and that was D Bunny, and D Bunny is going to capitalise on this and is going to overtake Maldonado with ease with DRS on the straight. Maldonado is not going to come back at him into turn 3 as it stands. But Maldonado is going to come back at him on this little back straight with the DRS and ERS overwhelmingly passing D Bunny into turn 4, but not even even doing it into turn 4 as Riri Boss passes FM Cobra with DRS just like previous. A Stretch Artiste is right in the back of just Zerfox, but I don't think he's going to make a move here. But, oh, there goes James Biscuit, and James Biscuit is into the wall, and I think that could be the end of his race. I mean, he's not got a tyre off, but he's down into P14, back to where he started, and I think there could be a little bit of front wing damage for him. Nulat has now joined the battle between D Bunny, as James is off again, as James Biscuit then has gone off. But as I said, Nullats has joined the battle between D Bunny and Maldonado, and D Bunny is probably going to pass Maldonado, and Nullats could try and pass Maldonado down the inside into turn 3, depending on how late on the brakes he wants to be. I don't think he's going to get it, but this is going to be an interesting battle down into turn 4. Maldonado is probably going to get D Bunny back, but you're going to bear in mind that if these two fight too much, Nullats could capitalise as Marty passes Snell, as Snell gets forced off the track. These two are going to be side by side into turn 5. This is not a place where you want to go side by side, and there's contact, and there goes Snell. Both of them go round there, and that's going to allow D Bunny to go past even. But Snell, I don't know what happened there, but Riri Boss passes. Everything is kicking off as Nulat is now on the back of Maldonado. I think Maldonado made a little bit of a mistake there. I knew that wasn't going to work between Snell and Marty, who both made contact and both in the end went round, as Maldonado has had a bit of a shocker on the exit of turn 9, and Nulat could capitalise and pass him into turn 1 even. But here comes the Alfa Romeo driver, and is he going to pass him with DRS on the main straight? Always a little bit of a shocker of an exit, got a little bit touchy on the exit, but he is going to overwhelmingly pass him with ERS and DRS down the straight, and is going to get in front of him, but Maldonado could get back at him, as there goes Cobra on Riri Boss, who's got penalties, but they are going to be side by side. Who's going to have the DRS? It's Boss, and I think Boss is going to in fact pass Cobra due to the overwhelming fact that he does have DRS there, as Maldonado cannot get back past Nulat, as Fox backs out. There was a lockup from someone there, I'm not sure who, but Cobra is on the back of Boss. I mean, oh, there goes Snell, who's made contact with Cobra, and is round at the same corner he was with Marty. He went for a silly move, and I don't think that was, oh, what's happened there? Hughes Connor's DNF to the final corner, trying to go into the pit lane, and he's gone into the wall. Unbelievable, Jeff. Says, oh, Boss goes round, resets to track, does the Williams driver, and Snell, I don't know what's happening here, as Maldonado goes into the pits for front wing damage. Snell has got Stretch Artiste on the back of him. There could be a move from the Alfa Romeo driver into turn 1. No, he thinks better of it. No, he almost does go for a move. Lock up. Snell goes round. Snell's out, I think. No, he's actually kept it there. Fair play to the Ferrari driver, as Nulat gets past D Bunny for the final podium spot as it stands, but D Bunny's going to come back at the Alfa Romeo driver. Honestly, these camber angles are doing my head in, as Lightning and its Pyro Boss has spun and resets to track. That's the second time I've caught him resetting to track. Lightning and its Pyro are fighting. They make contact. They've got to pass Boss whilst fighting as well. But is Lightning going to make a move down the inside of its Pyro? Yes, he does. Late breaks. What a move. But Pyro goes for the switchback. They're going to be side by side almost into the same place where Marty and Snell were side by side. How is this one going to work? Is there going to be a spin? No, they keep it very, very clean. Do these two as Lightning gets a warning. He's going to go down the inside of turn 6. Wow, Lightning does go round and is out of the session. I would not be surprised there's a safety car right on the apex. And yes, there is. These two have got to watch out for a surprise. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a race this has been so far. I'm so shocked by the amount of action, as Nulat was probably about to pass D Bunny if there wasn't a safety car. What a start to this race. Wow. Oh. So I'm just checking the Atletico Madrid score between them and Liverpool and Atleti, and Liverpool 2-0 up, and an Atletico player has got a red card again, just like they did in the last one. So it is interesting. The Bunny dives into the pits, and Nulat stays out on the mediums. Cobra goes into the pits. Marty goes into the pits. Stretch Artiste has stayed out. Could this, though, Aki's doing the restart, but could this cost him? Could this be a strategy mistake? As Bazaar Brush has stayed out, so gained positions. As Bennett just does get a new wing, as Brian is in front of his Pyro. So so I wonder when the safety car is gonna restart. But the two Alfa Romeos are 2 and 3 at the moment, but have not boxed. As the bunny, yeah, is up into P5, so he's had a good race start. But yeah, it's been such an interesting race start. I just wonder what could be what could occur at the safety car restart. So the safety car will be in next lap. Maldonado is apparently lagging as it's a Pyro almost made contact. Boss, 5 seconds for making contact with Kaisachi. The safety car is now in this lap. And when is Ak going to go? Here we go then. And now he goes. As Nulat gets an okay restart. As Stretch Artiste then. Safety car restarts aren't that all interesting. But Bizarre Brush, Riri Boss into the pits. I think he's got damage. Cobra's spun and spins himself back round to face the right way. As there goes, was that Snell? As the bunny gets passed by Marty. They're going to be side by side. The bunny is on the worst tyres. And is going to try and retake his P. Oh, there's a lock up from Marty. There's a little bit of wheel banging. Oh, what's going on up ahead even? As James gets past Stretch Artiste. As Nulat, is he going to go down the inside of his teammate? No, but James does pass, but does lock up. As Ak is still P1. As that was Marty off the track even. It's Pyro, is right on the back, heading into turn 6. Is he going to pass the Alpine driver? No, he's not going to do what Lightning did to him, which he wasn't much of a fan of. As Veneges is right on the back of Brian B. And I don't think he can get much closer. He's using that ARS. He's going to pass him into turn 9. They're going to be side by side. How is this one going to end? Kane does pass him. So very good from the Williams driver. Kept it very clean there. As Brian then could be passed by James Biscuit. And yes, he will be. But I've got to go back on board with Marty here. Who is going to pass Nulat. And could then pass Stretch Artiste. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? He's not got DRS. But he could go for a move down the inside. Nope. Is he going to go for a maybe even a switchback move? I don't know what's happening. As it's Pyro. Makes contact with his teammate. Just Zerfox. And they're pretty much, they were 3 wide there for a snapshot of a second. There's yellow flags. Something's happened in the final corner. That is Riri Boss. And there could be a safety car there. As there's front wings flying. As that was Snell with a send there. And it's Pyro is going to be side by side with Maldonado off. Coming into turn 6. This is what happened with Lightning and one of them spun. Riri Boss retires in the pit lane. Berserker, Kaisachi and Snell were almost over. Snell's a massive lockup, and that allows his teammate to get onto the back of him. And is his teammate going to try and go around the outside of turn 9? No, he's going to try and switch it back. No, he done quite. Oh, and there's contact, and James has got damage maybe, I think, from that. I'm not really sure. But it's Pyro. He's going to look for a DRS move. And Marty is right in the back of Nulat. And he does have DRS this time. He does enable it. Marty is going to pass Nulat, I think. Yes, he is. Could he even go for a move on Stretch Artiste? No, he just tries to pass Nulat. As James and Akin outside by side. The battle for the lead here is all kicking off. As Ak believes so, I think he's going to lose the position to the man on the fresh softs. No, he's not. They're going to be side by side into turn 4. Ak is the one on the outside and is going to have to yield, which pushes James up into the mission to Marty. And Stretch Artiste make contact there. And I'm sorry if my voice is jarring, but I really can't help it. I bet it is. Nulat is on the back, well not on the back, but he's quite close to Marty, and Marty is back to Stretch Artiste, and Stretch Artiste comes back onto the circuit like an idiot. It's Pyro gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Nulat then passes his teammate, who made a mistake, as Veneges passes Maldonado, who has also made a mistake at turn 9, and that could allow Kaisachi to even pass him at the exit of the final corner. Here comes Kaisachi then. Is he going to pass him into turn 1, or is he going to hold off with DRS and ERS. Yes, I think he is. This is a massive train here. Stretch Artiste can't do anything. Bazal Brush, sets a PB as Zerfox then is side by side with his teammate. It's Pyro. Is he going to go for a switchback move? Pyro gets the better exit and will keep the position unless Zerfox with this ERS can do anything. Wow, that is speed. They're side by side into turn 4. Pyro breaks later. Zerfox does. Actually, unfortunately, have to yield the position to Pyro. I don't think there's going to be much more of a fight happening there unless Pyro makes a mistake coming into turn 7. The Bunny has got 4/10 gap to Bazal Brush, who is then on the back of Stretch Artiste. He's quite close to the Alfa Romeo driver, who did make a mistake at the exit of turn 8, heading into turn 9. Kaizachi does pass Maldonado off into turn 9. That is where people like making their moves. Here it does look like, as Stretch Artiste is on the back of his teammate, but Bazal Brush is going to probably use some of his DRS. Is Bazal Brush going to make a move, or is even Stretch Artiste going to have enough and overwhelming straight line speed to make a move down the inside of his teammate? No, there's a little lockup as as Maldonado gets passed by his teammate. Is Pyro and Zerfox are still fighting. This is a big fight, but Bazal Brush is side by side with Stretch Artiste, and he is going to be side by side with Stretch Artiste heading into turn 4. Yes, he is, and the man in the Aston Martin is up into P5. So good from the Aston Martin driver, as Stretch Artiste is going to be still on the back of him though. As Bazal Brush is obviously trying to catch up to Nulat, and I don't know if he can do so. There's yellow flags. Something's happened. Is that James Biscuit or Snell? It's Snell. The two Ferraris are having a shocking day here. This is not what they had hoped for when they woke up this morning and said, right, I'm racing in DRL today. I'm going to spin a lot. That is what's happened, unfortunately. And this Pyro is not as close to Zerfox as he was before. Bazal Brush then is sort of close, but he has a shocking exit. And Nulat does not have the DRS. And is Bazal Brush going to use the DRS? No, he's not. Maldonado has retired in the pit lane. But Bazal Brush is going to go round the outside of Nulat. They're side by side into turn 3. My vocal cords are absolutely fuming at me right now. But Bazal Brush is side by side. And I think Pyro could be making a move, but this is more interesting. This is 4P4, and they are side by side into turn 4. They've been side by side pretty much this entire lap. They're still going to be having a wheel against each other even. Could there be a move into turn 5? Is he close enough? He's going to stick a wheel up the inside. He sort of pushed Nulat wide. That's going to allow Stretch Artiste to come back at him. Look at this train. This is unbelievable. As Bazal Brush goes a little bit wide, he's lost almost, he's almost out of that DRS, and his Stretch Artiste is going to have to capitalise there. On this move, oh, there's a brake check. Oh, and there goes, oh, I don't know what's happened. Stuff's happened there. Bazal Brush broke ridiculously early. Tony retires in the box. That's interesting. The Zerfox is going to get held up by his teammate. Oh no, but his teammate's retired. But that's not going to allow the Alfa Romeo. Oh no, ghosting's on. Right, okay. Interesting. As whoever that was broke ridiculously early there. I think it was Bazal Brush, which had pushed Ack on 17 lap old mediums. It's probably going to go from medium to soft. And he'll come out though in P8. So could the strategy of staying out for longer actually affect him? There's yellow flags. Is that Snell around again? It is Snell around again. Excuse me. Venejet. Oh, what's happening now? No one's on the back of anyone. The battle's ended because there was a crash. Wow. Wow, that's sad. That is sad. Yeah. But, wow, yeah. Nothing's happening now. Yeah. No one's on the back of anyone. Marty is a little bit close to Ack. Ack's disconnected. No! Axe disconnect. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So, oh, I can't believe it. The man who started on pole has disconnected. No way. Oh, that is an absolute yoke. It's a joke. A yoke. And he's gonna, oh, I'm so heartbroken. Oh, I need to re-invite, I'm re-inviting the guy. Oh, because, why does Tony always leave? Oh, that is unbelievable. Oh, man. Brush is P8 at the time being. After that little brake check, Veneges is sort of close to Nulat. Oh. Is that? Oh, man. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I totally... Whoa, James! At that moment, and that's allowed Marty to go into the P1. Oh my, unbelievable! As James has got gravel tyres, he's diving into the pit lane. Slow down, lads. He's done well. Oh yeah, didn't realise that Snell had retires. James was into the box there. Yeah, axed. Oh man. Oh. Oh no. I can't believe it. Oh. Oh man. Oh. Maybe the commentator should host next time then. Maybe the commentator should host. I think that would be a good idea. Because then I wouldn't leave. Because I have a commentating job to do, so yeah. But Stretch Artiste then, the only battle really going on at the field right now, actually, it's Veneges as Nulat boxes for a set of Oh, Brian gets a bit out of shape. I think he's going to the end actually. And then now it's getting overcast. Is it going to rain at the end of the race? But Albush is out. Oh my gosh, he's been all the way over there. How's he managed that? I mean, it's miles off the track, so I don't think there's going to be a safety car. What? He's miles off the track? Oh, why is there a virtual safety miles off the blooming track? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Why on earth is there a VSE when he's that far off the blooming track? Oh my god, it's getting so overcast so quickly. Could that be what Ack, when he didn't disconnect, was trying to do? Stretch it to the, oh, I don't know. Stretch it to the rain? Cause, is it gonna rain? As Nulat then is down into P6, Brian up into P3. It's getting overcast very fast. Skydachi then. New mediums fitted. Marty gets new mediums fitted, but he's right on the back of James. And is he going to pass James down the inside? No. He doesn't. He thinks better of it. I pretty much called that the only battle on the grid. Because, yeah. And nothing really going on. Oh, and someone's gone, oh, is that Brian? No. I don't know who it is. Someone's gone off. I don't know. Is it Veneges? It was Veneges. Oh my lord. Veneges went off. That's cost him the win. Surely. Oh no, for Veneges. I actually thought he could have won this race here. Oh my. Wow. But James, I think, is gonna win. Unless I'm I keep thinking, oh man. Oh, who's that gone off? Brian B. He spun into the pit lane. Oh, that's my worst nightmare at a track like this, spinning into the pit lane. Oh no, for Brian, I think that could be his chances at a race win over. I think Nulat's probably going to stick it in P3 unless he spins. Oh no. Yeah, it's getting very overcast, but there's not meant to be any rain. Nulatz and Marty are pretty close to each other. James then. Oh, Nulatz is probably gonna pass Marty here. He's gonna take it down. They're gonna be side by side into turn 3, maybe? No. Nulatz gets the position off of Marty and probably at the moment will take home this position as FN Cobra then spins. And he's gonna retire. No, he turns around the car. Oh, I think he's tried to DNF himself on purpose there. I'm not quite sure I think that's what's happened. Yeah, there we go. But yeah. There we go then. We don't like seeing that. It's getting less overcast now. Brian B. It's sort of getting close to just Fox, and I think I've cut my lip, which is lovely. Not long till this race finishes. Bum 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 bum. As Nulatz then is approaching James, actually. Really closed in on him. He's got 1 lap fresher tyres. He really is reeling the guy in. As Zervox has at a moment and is going into the pit lane. Is Biscuit going to get points here? Biscuit's going to get points. Yes, James. Woo! That's why you stay in the race. Now Nulat. Yeah, he's really closing in on him. He's really closing in on him. Is the Alfa Romeo driver? Is he gonna win here? In DRL Gold? Is Nulat going to pass James with DRS on the straight? Are they gonna be side by side into turn 4? Nulat's gonna go for it. Could this be a last gasp battle? Nulat is still side by side with James, but James has the DRS. The man on the soft tyre, but is Marty going to make it 3 wide? Oh my god! How is this going to end up? Marty takes the lead. Marty takes the lead, but he's got penalties. As James has gone from P1 to P3 within the space of, within a split second. After Marty makes it 3 wide. Oh, James has a moment there. Lucky not to spin. Does well to catch the car. This is going to be the last few laps battle here. Oh, there's yellow flag. Something's happened. Is that Zerfox? Zerfox is crap. Oh my god! I cannot believe it. It's a safety car. I can't. Oh my! It could be one of the latest safety cars I've ever seen. I can't believe it. It is a safety car. Oh, James Biscuit, if he don't spin. Oh, I cannot believe that. Oh, James is boxed. James is interestingly into the pit lane for a fresh set of soft rubber to try and push. Why is he not going? Oh, he has. He just lagged. He just lagged. Right, okay. There he is. He stays P3, so good on him. A stretch artiste then. Oh, the bunny stays out, interestingly. Is that... Who's disconnected now? Who's that disconnect? Oh, it's Zerfox. He left, okay. I can't believe how late this safety car is, and is it in, will it be in this lap? Because I hope it isn't, so Biscuit catches up. Please don't be in this lap, let it be lap 33, so Biscuit catches up, please, because it's a short track round here. Please don't be in this lap, please, 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 don't be in this lap, please, don't be in this lap, it's not in this lap, get in. James is gonna catch up in a minute. Ack, if he could keep his pace, he will actually get P3. So safety car then. Will be in. This lap. And everyone's obviously caught up. But Marty's going to lead the grid away. James is going to win because Nulat, well, he could win unless something big happens, like there's a massive crash, then bloomin' Ack will win. Or the bunny will win, or whatever happens. But it is what it is. Is Marty, is he going when is the AlphaTauri driver going to go? The answer's now. And James then is right on the back of Nulat. Maybe not. Is James going to get past by the bunny? Venajes is on the back of the disconnected, unfortunately, Belito. Oh, Kaizaki! Oh no! The McLaren driver's got cold tyres and is in the wall. Oh no! Is James Biscuit actually? Is he going to capitalise on all of this? Is he going to make up positions? He's going to pass Ack. And James has not passed Nulat yet. James Biscuit is up into P8 now. So he's had a good restart. He's now right on the back of Brian B. And he's got penalties though, unfortunately. But it depends on how much. James is still trying to pass Nulat. But as it stands, Nulat is in a net P1. Ack then is unfortunately not going to get that podium that we all know he deserves. He can't redeem himself, unfortunately, because he wasn't invited back. So unlucky is the Red Bull driver. But James is right on the back of Nulat. And if they fight too much, I mean, Marty could actually pull the gap. But James, he's just got to try and pass Nulat. There could be a last lap battle. Let's check. Is there going to be a move from James? There's no DRS. He's using all of he can. He's gonna go down Nulat's inside. He's locked up. Is there a switchback from the Alfa Romeo? He's sat behind him, and that could be the end of his chase for P1 unless he makes a massive move into turn 4. I don't know if he's gonna get it. He's got the older tyres on. I don't think he's had it. And Nulat gets a 3-second time penalty anyway, which means that James has won. James has won. The bunny and stretch artiste. Oh, the bunny, no! James Biscuit's up into P6. Where's he come from? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. What is this? James has won. James has won, I think. No, yeah. DRS is now enabled. Stretch artiste could pass Venaches. Let's have a look at the penalties though. Nulat will still get P2. Then I can't believe this. I don't know what's happening. I think Brian passed James with DRS. Venaches is on the back of Nulat. Oh wow. Okay. Venaches then. We've got one more lap. James has passed Brian. But they're going to be side by side into turn 6. Oh gosh, we've seen this happen a few times. Please don't spin, neither of you. Please don't spin. Keep clean, keep clean, keep clean. They've done such a good job. A little bit of wheel banging, but you're never going to avoid that completely here at Austria. What? That is some ridiculously clean driving from these two. Unbelievable. But on to the last lap then. Sorry, my mic did disconnect, unfortunately. I pulled it out, unfortunately. I didn't mean to. Ack! What? What do you mean? He was soft medium. Oh no, what's happened to the two Alfa Romeos? Oh then, I can't believe it. James has got a podium. No, it's been taken away from. I can't believe what is happening here. James is going to get a podium from being almost lapped. He's going to get a blooming podium. Unbelievable. Unless he gets another penalty, James Biscuit's going to get a podium. And that's Veneges off. Oh no, Veneges. But James Biscuit, James takes home the win with Marty takes P2, Brian B takes P3, but James Biscuit's going to take P3 off of Brian. The Ferrari driver gets it. Newart comes home for P5, Stretch Artiste comes home for P6, Bunny will come home for P7 with Veneges' penalty applied. Kaizachi comes home for P9 and Zerfox will take P10 then. Oh wow, what an interesting race here. And anyways, thanks to everyone so much for watching today. Great job from James and James Biscuit in fact as well. Well done, and make sure you tune in next week. Thanks again, and see you next Wednesday for DRL